Real Expert Llama donated $5 saying, hyped for the Fallout 3 run, we'll be watching till then. Got my popcorn ready and kill the animals. Remy donated $30 saying, been a field partner with Doctors Without Borders for a long time, but want to give more now, since if we're going to do something, do it all the way. Thus, this goes up for 100% Bionic Commando Rearm 2. Greetings from Norway, GG. I'd like to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Power Up Audio. They're an indie sound studio from Vancouver, Canada. They've worked on such games as Darkest Dungeon and Time Spinner. They're here at SGQ. They're donating their time. They've been doing sound tech 24/7. We have some upcoming donation incentives for Bionic Commando Rearm 2 100%. We are currently at 3,348 out of 3,600, so we're behind by about 2,500. That one's coming up next after Cave Story. For hype mode for Bionic Commando Rearm 2, we're actually short about $400 or $500. Hype mode is, well, it's pretty hype to say the least. We have a $20 donation from Chef Goldblum. Thanks for the great run. Been waiting months to see this game. We have a $20 donation from Judnowski. Greetings from Australia. Really enjoying all the runs. This donation goes to Runner's Choice. We have a $60 donation from Jake Armitage. Cheers for doing this for a great cause, and great runs this far. Everyone can help by donating a small amount, so keep it coming, people. Keep up the good work, and by the way, what is his name now again? We have a $20 donation from Weasel176. Third time watching a GDQ, and I'm loving all the runs so far. I'm super glad to donate to a fantastic cause. Good luck to all the runners. Put my money toward Link to the Past 100% run. We have a $50 donation from Monkey Fist, aiming for a cause. Love it. We also have a $50 donation from Jeffrey. Another summer and yet more games done in an exciting, expedited manner. These marathons give us many reasons to lose sleep and watch other people play video games, all while donating to a good cause. A shout out to the early morning crew for keeping me entertained through the wee hours of the morning. Also, this money is to save the animals. They would donate to save you. I'd like to give a shout out to World9 Gaming. They are a premier computer and console gaming provider for events across the Midwest since 2005. They have a dedicated staff, tournament expertise, and an expansive collection of games and consoles. They're the best gaming experience at the lowest cost for all events, large and small. For information on booking, check world9gaming.com. They've also been here at SGDQ and providing a lot of support for the practice room and for the event, so big shouts to World9 Gaming.
Did you just bring a comforter from your room?
Pretty much. How'd you know my secret, dude?
What other blanket could you
Don't
have
tell
gotten?
the people. Jeez.
Are we being broadcast live?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The stream's picking up all this hot banter.
Yeah. The blanket origins. Unbelievable.
Point blanket.
Point blanket. My boy. Oh, dude. My wire's running over the blanket. It's ruining the aesthetic of the blanket.
Just take the blanket off and put it back over top.
That's too much effort, dude. I have to, like, snake it under.
We're already committed. Ooh.
Your comfort is prioritized over my own.
We have $50 from
It's
Daniel.
already getting warm.
Hello from Ireland. I'm loving GDQ. This is my first time watching it live. Thanks to everyone who made this possible. It always amazes me how much money us gamers can raise. Since this is speedrunning after all, the animals must be sacrificed.
Man, it's really warm in here.
$50 from Game Quarter. Wish I knew this was in town earlier. I'll try to be there next year, but here's a donation in the meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can give me a countdown.
You give me a countdown. That'd be better.
No.
No?
Nope.
Okay, well,
We're
we're
gonna
good to
pretend
go.
it's an SRL race.
Okay, we're good to go, though?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Are we good? Okay.
Okay, I'll count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is Cave Story. It's a 2D action platformer. It came out in 2004. It's pretty famous. Also, awesome Japanese text. It's pretty famous for being made by just one guy named Daisuke Amaya, or Pixel. It's also it sort of repopularized this type of pixel art style that you see in a lot of 2D games nowadays. So that's pretty neat. And we just picked up our first weapon. The Polar Star, it's bad. I mean, but we'll make do with it. Don't worry. One of the core mechanics of Cave Story is that whenever you take damage on your weapon as well. So when I collect XP like I just did from that bat, if I get hit, I'll lose it. So considering we have a lot of damage boosts in the run, there's a lot of balancing your weapon XP along with your health. So that's pretty interesting. Speaking of damage boosts, we have one coming up right now. And normally that door will kill you, but we got iframes from the bug we boosted off of. Does the couch have anything to say? Do they want to introduce themselves?
It's really warm on the couch.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
It's really comfy on the couch.
Yeah, it is. It's great. Won't then change a thing.
We have our pufferfish here.
Do the boost.
I'll try. It's not up to me if I get it, though.
Please get the boost.
Oh,
That was really close.
yeah. The fish wasn't in position. You can take a damage boost off that fish and you go flying through the water a lot faster than you would normally.
Imagine all the clapping you just missed out on.
The 8 people that are here for 9 a.m. Cave Story.
Yeah!
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Clapping under the blanket.
I believe you.
That probably doesn't look right, but
Oh, this is our first boss. Okay, we killed her. She only has 1 health and she only does 1 damage if she hits you. So fortunately I didn't get hit. And we have like 2 nerds barge in and take her away. Presumably a trainer for our next fight against her in about 25 minutes.
You know, the word nerd triggers me.
Alright. I'll use a more sensitive word like dork.
Thank you.
We
nice
just skipped the
boss
second boss fight.
good job.
Thanks. It's worth noting that we're playing on the original version of Cave Story, the freeware version, so not Cave Story Plus. The reason for that is because Cave Story Plus runs at 60 FPS. While that would normally be, you know, a selling point, it actually distorts a lot of the physics, and they patched out a few of the glitches that we use later on, so it's just overall a worse run. Oh. It's okay.
Nice boost.
Thanks. Now we pick up our pointless plot item that we use to get to the real action. Coming up is Egg Corridor. It's a pretty random area. Mostly because we need a lot of XP drops in order to level up.
Happens.
In order to level up this Polar Star.
So something to note is you'll see Drac jumping a lot, and that's because when you jump, you do move 5% faster than you would on the ground.
That is true. Also, mashing is a pretty important skill to the game, and I can mash a little fast. Good heart. Okay, those are okay drops.
Nice.
I didn't get 4 hearts like I did in practice yesterday, so... Ooh. I'm actually gonna... These bugs above me, I'm gonna ride them through a cutscene coming up, so I just had to manipulate them back a little bit.
Nice.
That was close to getting the backwards bug ride. Those bugs can actually turn around while they're underneath you if you jump a little bit too high, but it worked out. This little white thing that's oscillating at the bottom of the screen is called the basil. It will one-shot you, so we're probably going to get a little close to it. Actually, I have kind of bad XP, so I need to slow down in the upcoming area for some extra drops. Specifically this big bug coming up. He has a lot of XP in him, so there we go, level 3. Going into these eggs is just, you know, required plot points to open up the boss and progress the story. One of the common tropes of the bosses is that their hitboxes either don't exist or they do very little damage. So you see me standing inside of Igor right here. That's because the only time she can damage you is when he punches, and that was a good fight. Now we have a little plot exposition, so we could probably read a donation right now.
We have $50 from Anonymous. First year watching. Thanks for the great entertainment and supporting a great cause. We have $50 from the Nerd Herd. Cave Story. Huzzah!
I'm sorry, Cypher. On the way back through Egg Corridor, I'm just going to be making sure my weapon is topped off on XP because they're going to do another damage boost. Good hearts. And because of that, I'm going to kill this bug like that. And the bug that's following me just below him, we're going to do damage boost off of in a tiny bit.
Yeah. You need to be sure to kill that specific bug or you can't do damage boost.
He'll block you. I actually got way far ahead of him. That usually doesn't happen. It doesn't really matter because I have to wait for him anyway, but it was funny to me. The very important speed tech is to switch weapons along with the music to the game.
Fixes the RNG.
Oh, here we have another cutscene, so that's a good time for a donation.
We have $10 from Phantom Matt. Donating for my favorite game before I have to go. Good luck to you, Lantern, and don't let the sacred ground slow you down.
We won't.
We have $10 from Anonymous. First time watching and donating to GDQ Live. Had to donate during Cave Story. Always loved Pixel stuff. Cave Story hype from Japan. We have $30 from Cirque. These marathons make my nights and ruin my workday efficiency, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Keep obliterating these games. May the RNG be ever in your favor and the softlocks be few and far between.
Well, fortunately, we can't softlock Cave Story.
Not that we know of.
No, not that we know of. Talking to Sue here, she got captured and sends us off to do her dirty work, which basically just means we unlock the next area of the game, which is Grasstown. Nope. Grasstown's a known as pretty easy area casually, which makes it kind of deceptive in the speedrun, because there's lots of damage boosts and tight tricks, enemy maneuvering, stuff like that. You'll see what I mean coming up. We're on our way to pick up a new weapon after picking up Santa's key.
Should talk about tech smashing a bit.
This is not the time and place for that.
Okay.
The fireball, the weapon we just picked up, it's pretty weak and it moves along the ground in kind of inconvenient patterns. But once we level it up, it'll do a lot of damage. So I'm going to be killing these enemies with my Polar Star and then picking up the XP that they drop on my fireball. And got a good amount. This is Jellyfish Summoner Chaco's house. We talk to her fireplace and that makes her angry. So she summons a bunch of jellyfish, only one of which we care about, the other ones are just annoying. But we're also unknowingly on a fetch quest to pick up some items to make a bigger item that we need for plot reasons. Again, we're going to be picking up a lot of health over the run just because there's a ton of damage taking, both intentional and unintentional.
That's one of the main parts where skill comes into play in playing Cave Story, because you have to manage your weapon XP with doing damage boosts and making sure you take damage on the correct weapon.
Which I'm not doing right now.
It happens.
Yeah. So the jellyfish juice, the item we picked up from the big jelly that I got hit by, it's used for putting out fires and picking up coal from Santa's fireplace. You're going to see me save a lot. That's just because things can go catastrophically wrong very fast in Cave Story, so better to err on the side of caution. Damage boost.
Very nice.
And we have another double damage boost coming up. The reason you can do a double damage boost is because when you pause the game, your invincibility frames reset, so we can do that to skip over Chaco's house and continue our fetch quest. 2 of the items we already have. Just like that.
Nicely done.
Nice.
Thank you. You can
Doing
actually
that-
get over the right side of the house, but that's a bit harder.
Yeah. Getting the jellyfish juice and doing that boost saves several minutes.
Yeah. This is just more plot things. There's a man behind the crack in the door, and we have to go save him. We try to use the key on the door, but it tells us no, so we need to go an alternate route.
You actually have to talk to that door before you come over to do this, because the game keeps track of what quote knows.
Yep. So now we actually get to fight Balrog, the big toaster that we skipped about 2 minutes into the game. But he doesn't do much to attack us, as you're about to see. Good fight.
Nicely done.
So we free this robot Mako, and he tells us that in order to free our human, we need to collect some ingredients to make a bomb to blow open the door. 2 of which we already have. The third one we're gonna get in just a minute after we fight this boss. Not that one. Here we pick up missiles. We could have picked them up in Egg Corridor, but they're really out of the way, so it would be very slow to pick them up there. These 2 bats that you see in the upper left hand of the screen, we're going to use them to take a damage boost so we can slow down to pick up some drops from these enemies to hopefully get level 2 missiles before the boss. And that's enough. Perfect. Two-frame jump.
Excellent.
Now here we fight Balfrog. You see there's 2 fans at either end of the boss arena. You're supposed to use those to jump over him, but and then whenever he turns around, he opens up his hitbox. So to make him turn around faster, we just take damage. Like that. The amount of damage you can do to him each round is random. So... Oh, that was a really good round. So he likes to troll a lot of the time. Good. 3 round. Getting our 4 round is really bad because you normally have like 3 damage or so left on him. It's just annoying. And so whenever you're gonna watch me go like really fast through here. Whenever you jump, ooh, jeez. Whenever you jump when you're on the ground, you only decelerate when you're on the ground. So by jumping when I have faster than normal move speed, I can preserve that momentum longer. So I preserve the momentum from the fan going through those enemies, and I further extended that by taking a damage boost off of those enemies. And we have another pretty long cutscene, so this would be a good donation time.
We have $20 from Cotton. Had to donate for Cave Story, my favorite game. First year watching, good luck with the Sanctuary and have fun. We have $10 from Varuna. Donating for Cave Story, my favorite game of all time. Good luck on the run, draculantern. We have 135 from Stalls. It is always fun to watch the GDQ. I'm a game developer myself and hope someday my game will also be a part of the GDQ. Keep up the great work. We have $25 from John Turbo. Cave Story, heart, heart, heart.
So after Booster and Kazuma fly away, we just have to head back. I'm going to be trying to collect a good amount of XP on my other weapon because I've taken a lot of damage intentionally, and this is a good time to refill XP. All these bat positions are random, by the way, because, you know, bats have to be annoying in every video game.
It's just canon at this point.
Mm-hmm, pretty much. And we have another pretty long cutscene coming up right afterwards, so if you have any more donations, now's a good time.
We have $50 from Gorilla31. This goes to the 100% Chrono Trigger run. Let's make it happen. We have $20 from Anonymous. I took the day off work to watch SGDQ, and I am in a state of pure bliss. I love zombies at my neighbors to glory bits. Brains! Love from London. We have $20 from Dan175. Hey from Australia. Only able to watch at this time every night here since I just got a new job. Best time for money. Worst for watching all these amazing runs. Thanks to all the runners and everyone involved for the entertainment and supporting the amazing Doctors Without Borders. Let's get the million.
Our next area is Sand Zone. It's probably the longest area of the game, just because there's, a lot of collecting to do. This is our new friend Curly. We scared her away at first, but we'll get a proper introduction in a little bit. You can actually ride across this bug, just like that.
Nicely done.
Thank you. That's a tiny bit faster than just going around. Curly has an anti-missile shield, so when we're fighting her, we're just going to basically be using the fireball. And in return for beating her, she gives us one of the best weapons in the game, which is the machine gun. It might not look like a lot at first, but once we get it leveled up, you'll see. The machine gun starts out like not very powerful, but it auto-fires, which is pretty convenient. But once we get it leveled up to level 3, we'll be able to fly with it. And on top of that, it does a lot of damage on its own, so it's a win-win. Again, flying being faster. We've also started the dog collecting missions, so if chat has any dog-related emotes, like Rack Attack, now would be the time to spam them. I'm being very deliberate about which blocks I shoot out here because that manipulates the positions of the polishes. Frame perfect jump, by the way. You're supposed to take 10 damage from that alligator, but if by jumping the same frame you hit the ground, you just jump past him. Just no problem. And these polishes are the reason we need level 2 missiles by this point, is because 2 level 2 missiles will kill them and all of the enemies that they spawn.
Good luck on this boss.
Thanks, I'll need it. I hope you didn't jinx me. If it looks like this boss just kind of stands here and takes damage, that's because, he does. He's not a very smart boss. Oh, good luck. Thanks, Cypher.
You're welcome. I'm looking out for your interest, buddy.
Thanks. I'm glad I had you on the couch. On the way back, I'm going to be killing all these polishes to hopefully get XP on my machine gun to go level 2 like that. Same with these crocs. I had to wait there for that polish because otherwise he would be in my way. And I have really good XP on my machine gun right now, so I don't need to farm these crocs down here for XP. We can just go right past them. So we return our first dog. We have 4 more. Now it kind of feels tedious in casual playthrough because you stop and kill all the enemies along the way, but we have a couple objectives along the way. Most importantly, getting level 3 machine gun so we can fly and go fast. This first dog is along the ground, and he's going to start running away once we get near him. Kill that guy just, so he doesn't hurt us. And now we'll use our machine gun to fly. Hopefully that bird doesn't get in the way. There's going to be like little cutscenes every single time, or dialogue boxes every single time we turn into dogs, so you could probably read a donation whenever that happens. Well, not now because I just exited, but hopefully you know. Again, that's the blocks I'm shooting out are very deliberate because that changes the positions that those skulls will be in. And we want them out of the way for when we come back and return our dog. The dog that we just got from the chest, by the way. Thank God he's still alive.
We have $70 from Sabayer. Hello from France. Thanks for this great event. I enjoy all the runs very lot. Cheers to all the girls and guys involved. Viva la SGDQ.
I'm going to be traveling along the ground here just to pick up XP from my missiles because I want them to level 3 as soon as possible. It would be a tiny bit faster to go through the air along here, but getting the extra XP is worth it.
We have $40 from Adrian49. Been watching on and off when I can. You guys are totally awesome.
All these bird positions are random, so in order to not have to deal with their randomness, we just take damage and get through them with our iframes. And we'll just be flying the rest of the way back with the machine gun. Because, like Munchikuka said earlier, you move about 5% faster in the air.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Drac, but when you hold jump when you're flying with a machine gun, you actually ascend faster,
This is correct, yes, because the way jumping works is whenever you're holding down the jump button, gravity has a lesser effect on you for whatever reason, so you do rise faster if you hold jump with the machine gun.
We have a $100 donation from Patchouli. This game looks like a subterranean animism. I have a mountain of faith that the runner will do great. Thanks a lot for your hard work to organize this marathon. It really is a perfect training also.
Coming up is we have the Dog in the Dark Room. You'll see why it's called the Dark Room. So as long as we memorize the layout of this room, it's not actually difficult. And I didn't mention this before, but the machine gun actually gives vertical momentum in both directions, so if you're firing up, you'll fall faster. Well, you won't actually fall faster, you'll just accelerate to your maximum falling speed faster. And here, once we turn in the last dog, and we find Jenka's let them loose or something, we return the last one, and she has some remorse about letting her feral dogs go or something. And then she rewards us with a heart jar. The heart jar, whenever we use it, it'll heal us back up to full, no matter how low we are on health. So that's pretty nice.
But we can only use it once.
Yes, you can only use it once.
You don't actually have to get it, so Drac wouldn't be getting it in a PB attempt, but
Yeah.
for safety we need it.
It's pretty much like unthinkable to not skip it in a marathon setting.
Yeah.
Just because the last area of the game is just so random. If you just play perfectly, you don't have to worry about it, but I'm bad at the game. Here we can anger all these birds just because, you know, it doesn't matter, we're leaving anyway. Now we have our refight against Taroko, the boss we fought, you know, 25 minutes ago or so. She has a few new tricks up her sleeve. She actually just has 2 attacks, so she has one more trick up her sleeve. She can either stand and throw a block, or she can jump and throw a block. Standing and throwing a block is really bad because she has very good aim. But we can manipulate her to jump, which, you know, she's a lot more predictable when she does that, just by hitting her with a missile. So this boss really tests how well you can swap weapons and manage ammo and all that. Whoa, okay. did de-level my machine gun, so that's what's important. For some reason, she didn't jump when I hit her with a missile there. That actually does sometimes happen, but it's okay. We didn't die, that's the important part. And now that King and Turok are dead, we can pick up the best weapon in the game. For some reason, he was keeping it from us. The blade actually does 15 damage, which is almost 3 times as much as the machine gun. But in return, you can only have 1 projectile on the screen at a time. So if we just mash the boss's hitbox, or the boss is coming up, that is, they die very, very fast. And we're actually going to pick up the last health upgrade in the game. Well, not in the game, the last one we pick up on this route, because marathon safety and whatnot. It saves about 8 seconds to not pick it up, but again, the late game is way riskier.
So if Drac had lost his machine gun, he would have had to do a lot of really hard jumps in this section.
Yeah, it's more tedious than anything. Also, if you notice, the machine gun, I actually ran out of machine gun ammo as it's ascending, so I just stutter my bullets a little bit. Okay. Okay, those purple enemies do 8 damage, so... okay, I'm gonna hope some of these guys drop hearts. They didn't. I actually have to take it slow, unfortunately, because everything will one-shot me. If this guy would line up with the fireballs, there we go. Still no hearts, jeez. The reason it's scary is because, oh, there we go. The reason that's scary is because, you know, I haven't saved in a really long time. And, you know, I don't want to have to undo all that progress.
Yeah.
Regardless, we get a full heal here. With damage boost coming up to this boss. Okay. We're about to see how powerful the machine gun is, or not the machine gun, the blade is. There we go.
Nicely done.
Thank you. That boss is pretty much just dependent on how fast you can mash, or if you can mash with a good rhythm, rather. So we've healed Curly, and now we need to go to the end of the labyrinth to progress the story, because that's something that's important. Yeah, as you can see, the blade's pretty good at dealing with the these cockroaches, if you don't mind, you know, running the risk of getting hit, which is a pretty big deal. Monster X's first phase, he has these green balls that you have to kill. Then you can actually start doing damage to him. And we're actually manipulating his position right now by just making him go back and forth and ending in a position we want him to. That was a good fight.
Very nice.
Alright, cool. Full health and full missiles, so I can skip this heal coming up. Because the upcoming area is, it's very annoying.
To say the least.
Yeah. Well, we have a boss fight first. if you've been paying attention closely, you'll see that the blade projectile actually starts out behind you. So using that, we can just walk away from this boss. A lot of people sometimes ask, oh, how are you shooting backwards? Well, you're not shooting backwards. The blade projectile actually just fires behind you. Or it starts out behind you, so the boss will just walk into all these shots. You didn't even get a chance to attack. Unfortunately, he drops super missiles, which are very strong, but they de-level our missiles all the way down to level 1. Curious what the couch thinks about this next area, and what they think about the fact that I'm not going to save.
I think you're crazy.
I think Labyrinth Fight.
Same.
This area is extremely difficult for a number of different reasons. There's a lot of different enemies that fire all kinds of different projectiles at you. They all deal a lot of damage. I'm trying to get through here with the machine gun. It's very important to keep the machine gun, obviously, to get through here quickly.
And all these enemies coming up, they're very good at hitting you,
Yeah.
as you can see.
Getting through here without getting hit is a very rare occurrence for even the best runners.
Pretty much. Oh, fantastic.
Jeez.
There we go. Easy.
Lab M.
First try. Oops. Alright. Thanks. I'm actually going to kill this guy for some XP. Just because I can't run the risk of losing level 3 machine gun in the upcoming boss fight. So that's one of the most difficult areas of the game. And not for the reasons that I messed up, but just because it's incredibly random and dealing with all the enemies is incredibly precise. Because even slight variances in your movement can have big effects on how the enemies react to you. So level 2 missiles allow us to hit this door from off screen and just progress through this puzzle a little bit faster. And so you saw me do the momentum carry earlier in Grasstown, where I jumped as soon as I hit the ground and I was able to preserve my fan momentum. Using that same concept, we can carry air momentum through here just by not hitting the ground.
This saves a few seconds each way.
Right. And you see the way the water is oscillating up and down. When I get to the boss trigger, I'm actually going to wait a little bit for the water to be in a better position because, spoilers, we have to die at the end of the boss fight. So in order to drown optimally, we want to get most of our drowning done during the fight. And that's a pretty rare occurrence. And it's very much dependent on how nice the boss wants to be. Because he shoots a bunch of projectiles that give a lot of drops. Sometimes he just doesn't give a lot of missile drops. And on top of that, all of his shield positions are random, so here's fingers crossed.
Basically, the boss is never nice.
Pretty much, just like that. That's pretty much no quick kill, unfortunately. The fight basically has to go perfectly to get quick kill. Alright. Jeez, I can't catch a break. Alright. That's pretty much what I expected to happen, considering it's a marathon. But, you're gonna see me pick up the tow rope in a second. If I had gotten the quick kill, which basically means getting perfect luck and playing perfectly for the fight, I would have picked this up then drowned basically immediately. By the way, if you miss this and you drown before it, you can't actually get the best ending, so It's almost a little lucky that I didn't get quick kill. It would save about 20 seconds of just waiting to drown. That's getting quick kill like that is one of the two big tricks of the run. The second one is coming up, and it's called Waterway Skip. I mentioned that the machine gun auto fires when you hold down the button. It also fires every single time you press the button, but with like really good rhythm or mashing speed, you can squeeze in some extra auto fire shots in and actually get yourself past the intended fire rate cap of the game, and that'll give you enough vertical momentum to push you through 2 tiles of underwater current, because you move about half speed in water in all directions, so it's very difficult to push through current. On top of that, you have to hit a bullet on the exact same frame you enter the current, or else you just won't get enough momentum to get through. So here's hoping.
Nice.
Third try is really good.
Very nice.
Really good.
It's pretty much a miracle that that even works. Like, so many things work in tandem. I can't say how many runs I've lost to getting that, you know, 10th or 20th try. So getting a third try is pretty good, especially in a marathon. Oh, sorry, microphone. So luckily for us, all of the things we need to deflood Curly are packed tightly in this room for us to do. Now, the game tries to trick you into leaving her behind, but if you say no, you take her with her, and you actually can get the best ending. There's missiles hidden above these spikes, and we might get to use them on the boss, the next boss coming up. Maybe not. Most of the damage comes from Blade anyway, so I'm not going to sweat it. A funny thing about the Iron Hood boss fight is that it forces you to face forward, which pretty much isn't used anywhere else in the game. I can't think of why they would do that, but regardless, he's an annoying boss because of it. Oh, he actually spawned very early for me. Okay, that was a really good boss fight. He came forward pretty early, which, you know, is rare. He normally likes to troll and waste, you know, 5 or 6 seconds. When I picked up the machine gun, well, I didn't say that, but the machine gun in tandem with an item we're about to pick up is what makes speedrunning this game, you know, awesome. Because the Booster 2.0, which is what we're about to pick up, it gives you a ton of forward momentum whenever you boost with it. And use that with the knowledge of whenever we, you know, lift off of the surface, we keep that momentum. On top of being able to fly indefinitely with the machine gun, we can preserve some really fast Booster 2.0 momentum with the machine gun and zip through this level very quickly. You're about to see what that looks like. Here we're going to take a damage boost to get past these crushers.
So coming up right after this one, we have the 100% Bionic Commander Rearmed 2 incentive. We're only $200 away from that, so if you want to get that done, you got about 30 minutes left.
I just skipped a boss fight. The Sisters. When you pick up the missiles, it's supposed to spawn a boss fight, but you can skip it just by leaving the room pretty fast. That's a Booster 2.0 special. And right now Kazuma is lecturing us on the importance of being a good video gamer and getting the best ending. Then he asks us if we want the bad ending, and we just say yes to stop him from lecturing us. But we don't actually get the best ending, so...
Bad ending, you mean?
Oh, bad ending, yeah. And here on the outer wall, we skip a lot of combat just by flying with the machine gun. And I know when to turn around because I'm looking at the amount of ammo I have left. So when it gets about to 18, I can turn around and start stuttering my machine gun shots. That was a really good outer wall and a corner. There. It's kind of a shame that you get the Booster 2.0 in conjunction with the machine gun so late into the game because it really speeds up the game and it tests, you know, how fast and precise you can move. And plus it's really fun. You can actually boost under these one tile high passageways, like that. And depending on how fast you fall, it's either a 1 or 2 frame input. If you're falling at full speed, it's frame perfect. But then again, this game runs at 50 FPS. So now we're about to get intentionally captured so that we can use this teleporter later on. This just happened through normal gameplay. It's not anything special. We just needed to get back to the main hub world so that we can pick up a mushroom that will help Curly get her memories back. Why a robot can eat a mushroom, I don't know. Does the couch have anything enlightening to say?
In this area, you've seen Drac do a lot of corner boosts with the booster, and that's again to preserve momentum and gain a lot of speed. But it's very hard to do. But basically, all you have to do is run off an edge and then hold the opposite direction, jump, and start firing your machine gun. But it's a lot harder to do than it looks.
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice. I'm actually going to be saving, or healing rather, before this upcoming boss because he can be an asshole.
Mushrooms suck.
Yeah, mushrooms suck.
Yeah, this guy's extremely random and has a small hitbox.
Whoa.
This boss is also immune to missiles.
Yeah, he's immune to the missiles and the blades, so our two best damaging weapons we don't get to use. And on top of that, after asking us a ton of very misleading questions, he gives us a fake item, and we have to fight him to get the real one.
Drac is fluent in ASCII.
That was a good first phase. That was a really good
pretty
fight.
good
Mushroom.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Well done.
Killing him before the second charge is just about as good as you get on that fight.
Yeah, and all the boulders that fall are completely random.
And of course, I took no damage after healing.
Marathon luck.
But hey, just think if it went wrong. How dumb would I have looked for not healing? Fish boost? No fish boost. Damn. Fish boost is slower than getting this corner boost anyway. But it looks cool. Basically, you can get a machine boost off that fish. It's pretty precise, but it looks a lot cooler. Now Curly, she's speaking some sort of hieroglyph language about the background of her background. And it's pretty interesting if you care about it. So go play the English translation. Right over here is Momrain, and she's about to commandeer our Booster 2.0. So unfortunately we can't move fast for a little bit. and she also sends us on a really long fetch quest to build parts for her giant rocket that you see just to the right of her. So we have about 2 solid minutes of donations if you want.
We have $50 from Speeding Infant. Me and my friends are setting up a LAN to celebrate the end of SGDQ 2015. Looking forward to the games coming up this weekend. A lot of good stuff. $50 from Stockholm to 100% Link to the Past for all those childhood memories. We have $30 from Anonymous. Hey, AlphaRoid56 here. Just curious, what is the secret of the white blanket? Is cold I am putting a lot of possibility.
It's a little cold in here.
Cave Story Speedrun is always great to watch. Good luck, draculantern. Cheers. We have $60 from Anonymous. Let's get those Bionic Commando incentives met. Go, go, go. A few hundred to go. Get in there. We have $35 from Anonymous. Cave Story. Enough said. We have $500 from Rory Harvey. Here's to another amazing marathon. Love Cave Story, one of my all-time favorite games. Let's save the animals this year. We have $60 from Anonymous. I read that. We have $10 from Kagoyo. Cave Story Hype. Greetings from Denmark. We have $20 from the Examen. Great event and one of my favorite games, Cave Story. Good luck with the run and money goes to runner's choice.
Put that towards saving the animals.
What?
Put it to BJW's choice then, I don't know.
Kill the animals.
Well, when you get a donation that says BJW's choice, you can decide.
Okay.
We have $100 from WJ Ferg. Awesome Cave Story gameplay. I have to see that at Bionic 100% run.
Okay, so now that we've completed our fetch quest and slept in the bed, we see that the rocket's fully built out here, and we're about to get our Booster 2.0 back so we can start having fun again. And here comes the serious part of the run, where, you know, I have some of my commentary delegated because it's pretty difficult. Our weapons are all about to drop to level 1 in the upcoming cave, so no more machine boosts, but we can still do a ton of momentum carries and pretty precise movement with the Booster 2.0.
You can actually get up here without the rocket, but if you try and go through the door, it says you shouldn't be here.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. These XP capsules, there's only a handful of them in the level, so we are going to prioritize getting level 3 missiles and level 2 blade for the upcoming gauntlet of bosses. Okay, so I take 1 damage from this gate, and I just use my invincibility frames to kill the boss. Again, that's the power of the blade.
Great final cave.
Nice.
That was a good final cave.
If you drop any inputs in there, any boosts, it suddenly becomes incredibly difficult.
Right, because all the spikes do 10 damage, and so does the lava, and all the enemies just hate you, and it's really painful and not fun to watch or play. Well, fortunately, I didn't mess up. And now we have the gauntlet of bosses. First is Misery. Her hitbox does 1 damage, so that was a really good spawn.
Juicy.
You can actually, she has a damage cap per round, and if she spawns far enough away that I can hit her with some missiles while she's doing an attack, it will actually...
That was an amazing fight.
yeah, that was an amazing fight.
Yeah.
I barely got to explain it. But what I was saying, when she does that attack with the black orbs that shoot lightning down at you, that damage doesn't count towards the damage cap that she would normally have. So I got to skip a round of annoying teleports. This is Doctor. He also teleports around randomly. Good spawn.
Nice.
He also hates missiles. Oh, 17 health is plenty. If I had a little less health, I could talk to Chaka over there, and she tells me I look handsome, and all the Mimigas blush and give me hearts, and it's all cute. But we don't get that, because I actually was good at a video game.
Good job.
Thanks. So what's going to happen in this fight is the Undead Core is going to possess Misery and Sue. And it goes into a cycle of opening and closing its hitbox very, very slowly, but by killing one of them, he goes into that cycle a lot faster. So we're going to be killing Misery first because she stays stationary and it's a lot easier to hit her. You can also kill Sue. That's not as big of a deal.
Yeah, Misery spawns a lot of little critters and other things that bug you. Sue just kind of flies around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in casual play, she can be kind of useful because they give you a ton of drops, but it's not a particularly hard fight to begin with. It's a really good fight.
Very nice.
Good fight.
Can I get a time check?
You're at 55-45.
Okay.
Good luck in hell.
Thanks. Yeah, as Cypher just said, we have the part of the round everyone's been looking forward to.
Just let me know if you want me to chime in.
I mean, you know what goes on in Hell, so you go ahead and explain. I need to focus.
Okay. The first couple rooms of Hell, Drac is going to very carefully place his booster uses because there's very few platforms where he can stand on to replenish his booster. So any misuse of it will lead to his inevitable demise. The tiles fall
Starting
randomly.
already.
And again, our weapons have reset back to level 1, so he needs to get back to ideally level 3 missiles and I guess possibly level 2 blade, but that's not necessary.
I don't think I've ever gotten level 2 blade. And we have the worst room in the game coming up.
The tile room.
Yep.
The tiles fall completely randomly and there's a bunch of little enemies. And you can use the knife, or the blade, I'm sorry, or the flare to kill them. It's a little better to use the flare because you can have more projectiles on screen, so you can get rid of more of them at a time. Another random thing that can happen in Tile Room is, just like with Choco Skip, where he reset his invincibility frames, if you get hit by a tile on the same time one of those text boxes appears, you'll actually take 20 damage instead of 10, but luckily that didn't happen this time.
Now we have a lot of these locks coming up. That I hit those ones with missiles.
Yeah, you just have to do enough damage to the locks and then they start activating. Right here a bunch of enemies will spawn, but the enemies have a cap, but we just kind of ignore them. And
I'm actually a little low on XP, so I need to get some XP from over here. Oh, I wasn't as low as I thought, I guess. I'm going to take a damage boost through some insta-kill spikes.
And he does this to get some experience from Capsule, or he would if he needed it.
Yeah, but I already had level 3 because I
Right.
looked at my XP wrong or something. Oh, I got it anyway.
Very nice. Getting through there without a damage boost is very hard to do.
Okay. Speaking of.
My bad.
It's okay.
So he just picked up, I think it's 24 additional missiles.
Yes.
Now the heavy press. He's allergic to missiles. And he took damage there because with the invincibility frames, you can stand under the heavy press and it will push you to the next screen. Otherwise, you just have to wait for it to fall. And now we come up to the final boss.
Mm-hmm.
The final boss has 3 phases, the first of which he just jumps in a nice box pattern. And you just attack him with your blade.
Yeah, like most bosses, Balos, his body doesn't do a lot of damage, but all his attacks do like 10. So it's optimal to just camp as a box.
This next phase Drac is going to focus on his eyes because that's his weak point.
Also, I'm going to be setting him up for the phase afterwards to put him in a good position to do something cool, hopefully, if the bats cooperate.
Nice.
It's not up to me if this works. Sometimes the bats will have none of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Took 14 damage, but it doesn't matter. High five.
And the last phase is very simple. You simply use some invincibility frames to get up next to his eye and then shoot him in the face with missiles.
Time.
1 hour, 9 seconds.
Quick kill.
Yeah. Still a very solid run, though,
Well
for a
done,
marathon.
man. Well done.
All right. I don't know what we have coming up next.
Bionic Commander, 100%.
Very solid run,
Cool.
Drac. You made that look very simple, even though it's not at all.
My goal was a sub-hour, but I was off a little bit.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
Alright, so up next we have Bionic Commander Rearmed 2 by PJ, and the 100% incentive wasn't met. In the meantime, we got some donations here, so we have $50 from Byron. Cave Story is such a pleasant way to start my day. Thanks for running it. Let's get those Bionic Commando incentives made, folks.